Okay, so here's what's been going on. I had a little computer snafu, and my trip to the mountains put me ahead on my videos, and my new PC is a little messed up right now, so I've kind of lost some of the videos I was ahead on. So I've had to reinstall and work on my old computer and get the updates and get some things squared away on it so I could get up and running, because I'm searching for a good place to take the new computer to get it taken care of and back up and running. So that's what's been going on that front, which is kind of bleeds into what I've been going through. I've had a lot of turmoil going on, and a lot of things mentally, a lot of issues have come up, and I haven't dealt with them very well. And what I've done the last 2 days is I spent the last 2 days water fasting and trying to do as much meditation as I can on this. And what I've realized is it's kind of like my computer. It's time, I've gone back to this basic computer and had to update it and restore and get things going on and kind of purge it. And that's what I did with the water fasting and the meditation. And it's time to go back to that. I've been searching, and part of this 60 and 60 raw potential thing is, the goal of 179. But it's bigger than that, and there's more to it than just that. The thing that has worked for me best, absolutely, totally, 100%, is juicing and my super smoogie for lunch, 1 smoogie a day, and juicing. That is what I've had the most success for. That is when I have felt the best, mind, body, and soul, and really reached a good potential. But I've never really tested it. So it's time to go back to just all juice and quit experimenting with, raw food, this and that, and, knock off the coffee and all this stuff, and get back to the basics and restore. Now, I've got basically, 31, 32 days left on the 60 and 60, and who knows, I may make it to that, I may not, but that's okay, because I'm going back on the juice and staying on the juice until I'm where I want to be. Not just the 179, but in my mind, body, and in my soul. Because, I'm a 9th degree black belt. I'm not just a master, I'm a grandmaster, and I've been so out of balance for a while. Things have happened to me in my past, and especially on this journey, where it has caused me to hold some anger and some resentment toward people. Because, I've had people, come and put thoughts in my head, and those thoughts that get thrown into your head are like rocks being thrown into a pond, and it creates a ripple. And whether I'm speaking my truth or not, I'm guilty of going out and perpetuating that rock and that ripple, skipping that stone across that body of water. And it really wasn't cool for me to do that. It really wasn't cool for the person who threw that big rock in my brain to do it in the first place. But what I've decided is I'm no longer going to focus on anyone else and what they're doing. The only thing that matters is my journey and what I'm doing. And when people try to throw those rocks into my pond, I'm not going to let them. I'm going to keep the calm, still waters and work on myself. And show people that you can turn it around. It's more than just losing weight. It's more than just physical. It's about the spirit and the mind as well, and getting that perfect balance going on. And the thing I realized last night is, this past 7 days there's been a lot of turmoil, and we've been going through a full moon phase, and that does have an effect. There have been studies showing, and things in police and emergency rooms and things show that the full moon does have an effect on people. And with this universal shift that's coming up, whether you want to believe it or not, if the moon has such an effect on us, then what is going to happen when all of the planets and everything all line up on the 21st. You know, that's why I think everybody is kind of going through these extreme shifts of highs and lows that are going on in people's lives right now. I've been noticing it just, you know, by the news, which I need to stop watching the news, but what people post on Facebook, it just seems like there's these extreme shifts going on with people. I've noticed it in Juice Club, and it's time to really focus within and meditate and get spiritual and get with your God, whatever resonates with you, and really do the work and find out what it is. So I'm going all juice to really help me get to that place, because when you're not using foods, and yes, you can use food, you can use raw foods to push down and stuff those things. You can binge out on raw foods. I have been doing it. So you can push those things down with foods, raw foods, but the juicing really helps it all just be exposed and raw, and you really have to work through those things and get to the root of who you are and what your bliss is. And that's and instead of focusing on the negative things, which I have been doing, I'm guilty of that and I'm sorry, I'm going to start focusing on the more positive things, more positive aspects in my world, you know, because that's all I can control is me and what's going on with me. There's nothing else I can control. There's nothing. You can choose to listen to me or not. You can choose to thumbs up it or not. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you thumbs up it or not. It doesn't matter if you leave a positive comment. It doesn't matter if you tell me to go watch somebody like Chris Randall, who lost 140 pounds in 5 years. I did that in 1. That shouldn't affect me. It should make me laugh and just realize, hey, this person obviously doesn't know my journey. So the only thing I can do is focus within and really work on finding my bliss and doing those things that truly make me happy. Because if you're a happy person in the world, that vibration will vibrate out to what's around you. But if you're going to be negative and grr and bitch about this and bitch about that, that has a vibration too. So it's up to you to choose to be a positive beacon of light in your world and do a positive effect on the people around you. That's truly what it's about. And the journey, my journey now, is defined by finding my bliss, finding that path that leads to my light, so I can be a good, positive light in the world. And that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to focus on this next part of my journey. I may juice for the next 30 days. I may juice for 60. I may do another 100-day juice fast, because it's not just about that anymore. And that's the cool thing about this Raw Potential 60 and 60. It's good to have lofty goals and things, but it doesn't have to be limited. Oh, and I want to get into that too. I've got another video. That was something else that came to me while I was doing limits and labels. So I'll do another video on that, but I need to get this video up and make sure that I'm still able even to post. So, but that's the journey. I'm not stopping this juice feast or smoogie / juice feast, depending on how you want to look at it, which I don't care. That's what works best with me. A smoogie for lunch, juice the rest of the day, that has what's worked best for me in the past, and it's time for me to reset and go back to that. So, and it may take 30, it may take another 60, it may take 100, it may take 365 more days. But that's what I'm going to do, is to really look for that balance. Get my triangle, my circle of balance going, because it is a circle and it's a balance of your mind, body, and soul. And if one is in alignment and the other one is not, you've got a wonky circle or a wonky triangle. There's some people that say it's a 4-square thing. There's lots of different philosophies on it. I like the circle thing. That's what my symbol on my shirts, my personal mon, is about. And it's time to walk that and stay the course and really really internalize during this amazing shift that's going on. So anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.